after I had racked up almost $32,000 of credit card debt trying to build my business
Mm,
using my personal credit. At the time, I didn't really know anything about business credit.
yeah.
And so I was using my personal credit, trying to keep up with my business expenses and my personal expenses. And I soon found myself in a lot of credit card debt that was really just had me struggling, right? I was really just like deep in it and really didn't know how to get out of it.
Mm,
And so my mentor at the time told me, well, Jeri, there's business credit for that. You shouldn't be using your personal finances and business and credit to do that.
mm,
And I told her, well, why didn't you tell me this earlier? Like I could have done this earlier in the game and
yeah.
avoided this. So she told me what steps I needed to take, and I took them.
Certified FICO professional for 850 Club Credit. Super excited to bring you guys our special guest for today. Listen, she has got to be one of the top people I know that knows about every angle of business credit. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about business credit right now, but listen, a lot of people just saying anything. They're reading stuff, they're giving that same information, but they don't have any client success stories. They don't have people that they've truly helped from zero all the way up to $100,000 total in business credit. Okay. So listen, you guys know you can trust me. And I promise you, this is someone that I've been seeing not only grow within her business, but this is someone that I've actually met in person. And of course, when she was in Illinois back in the day. But either way, I want to introduce you guys to none other than Miss Jeri Tolliver. Jeri, are you with us today?
Yeah. Hey, Calvin. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I had to have you, and thank you for carving out time of your schedule with your family, with your business, just to pour into the audience today. I greatly appreciate it.
Happy to do so. So I understand y'all want to learn how to get $100,000 or more in business credit. Is that correct? Is that what we're talking about today?
Man, I hope they got their notepads ready because they don't know how you gonna deliver it today.
Well, I'm more than happy to share how to help our small business owners, whether they're a startup or if they've been in business for a while and they're just looking to scale up their business. I've been helping people for the last 8 years with their personal and their business credit. But the business credit has really been something that's been helping people propel their lives to the next level. So I'm really excited to share some tips today.
Awesome, awesome. Let's go into that. So now let's get a little bit of background. How did you even find yourself giving now? Being one of these people that's now a quote unquote a business credit just expert. How'd you find yourself? Just earning that title.
It's funny. I kind of sort of stumbled into business credit after I had racked up almost $32,000 of credit card debt trying to build my business
Mm,
using my personal credit. At the time, I didn't really know anything about business credit.
yeah.
And so I was using my personal credit, trying to keep up with my business expenses and my personal expenses. And I soon found myself in a lot of credit card debt that was really just had me struggling, right? I was really just like deep in it and really didn't know how to get out of it.
Mm,
And so my mentor at the time told me, well, Jeri, there's business credit for that. You shouldn't be using your personal finances and business and credit to do that.
mm,
And I told her, well, why didn't you tell me this earlier? Like I could have done this earlier in the game and
yeah.
avoided this. So she told me what steps I needed to take, and I took them. And it took me about 6 months to do, but I was able to build my business credit without using my personal credit. I
Mm,
was able to get my first $50,000 in business credit in the first 30 days.
mm,
And I was able to just ignite some growth in my business so that I could hire some help. I could start paying myself a salary. I could start, doing the things that I was called to do and making the impact that I really wanted to make in the community because everybody needs business credit. Like
yeah.
everybody needs some funding to grow their businesses. And
Absolutely.
I just find it kind of sad to see so many people struggling with building their businesses simply because they just don't have any money.
Hey guys, real quick, if you're looking to improve your credit score, qualify for homeownership, get a high limit credit card, or lower your car payment, I can help you, okay? I've helped a lot of people. Even some of these people came from this channel. Some people are local, like these people behind me. Let me show you guys some quick examples. This client, this client, this client, this client, and yes, even this client. I've helped all of them improve their credit scores and accomplish their credit and financial goals. But check this out. Just for you guys watching this on YouTube, I'm going to give you guys a special promo code that you can use to go ahead and take advantage of my advanced credit blueprint, okay? To get started, all you got to do is just go to the link inside the description below and don't forget to use that promo code. Now let's get back to the video. Mm,
So I committed myself to helping small business owners with understanding the steps that they need to take to start building business credit strictly in their business name, with or without using their personal credit, and totally separating their business finances and their personal finances.
Absolutely, man. You hit it right on the head too, especially separating those personal finances from business finances because we're so used to digging into our personal funds to build a business because we don't know what we don't know,
You know?
right? So that most definitely plays a role. So let's get straight into it. So now, how can a person go from just starting without anything, right? A brand new business or whatever those qualifications are, but how can a person get $100,000 in business funding?
It's a good question. The first step really is making sure that your business is 100% fundable and compliant.
Mm,
A lot of the times, what I find is in the last 8 years of helping people getting business credit, we have a little over 12,000 people that's on our membership platform. And some of the most common mistakes that I see people make is they just don't have a solid foundation for their business. Because, I mean, let's be honest, right? If you want $100,000 for your business, I would think that you're trying to do some big things in your business if you're trying to get $100,000 or more.
right.
But $100,000 is not, it's not just going to fall in your lap. If it were that easy, everybody would do it. In fact, I've been seeing lately people talking about no doc loans and stuff like that for your business, and these are just fantasies that
Mm,
people are out here throwing in the internet marketplace to sell you all dreams. And so the
mm,
first thing you have to do if you want to really truly build business credit is you have to make sure you have a strong foundation so that you can build upon it. And a strong foundation means that you have to have all the basics. You have to have an established business, meaning you have to have an entity, you have to have an EIN number, business bank account, and a variety of things, really. And this really does mainly depend on the type of business that you have. But generally speaking, everybody needs to have just the basics out of the way. Because whether you realize it or not, banks, lenders, they're going to do research on you. And if you don't have just I mean, not your internet, but your business registered with your state, what you expect a lender to do with that?
right.
You don't even have anything structured. I remember back in 2020 when CV-19 happened, right?
Hmm.
And everybody was just scrambling because they didn't know what was going to happen. Well,
Right.
you know who benefited the most from that event during that time
Who?
was business owners.
Mm.
Because what was the government doing around that time?
Man, they were given all kinds of I won't say funding, but they were most assistance. They were most definitely trying to help out as much as they could just to try to keep the economy going in some kind of way, if at all possible.
You use a keyword, giving. They were
Yeah.
giving away, like they were literally giving away money and PPP loans, right? Everyone was
Yep.
getting PPP loans. They were given economic injury disaster loans. They were giving
Mhm.
out grants. They were forgiving money that they were giving to small business owners. Guess who still hasn't had their loans forgiven though?
Mm.
Students. Students
Wow.
still haven't had their loans forgiven, but a
Right.
lot of business owners have. Because
Right.
of what? Because they're business owners, they're creating opportunities in the marketplace, so they get rewarded for that. And a lot of people unfortunately didn't even qualify for that money because they didn't have
At
the
all.
basics out of the way.
Mm.
They didn't have their business structured correctly so that they can get their hands on the funds. And so if you want to get approved for business credit and you want to do it the right way the first time, then you have to make sure that you have a strong, solid foundation for your business so that you can grow on that foundation and build trust with the banks. Because, I mean, come on now, just like I do, Calvin, everything when it comes to lending and credit is about building trust.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
if you come to a bank and you don't even have anything to bring to the table, how is a bank supposed to trust you? If they
Right.
see in your history you're paying things late, you're maxing out your credit cards, your business bank account is going into the negative a few times a month, it's like you have to build trust with the bank. So the first things first is make sure that you have a strong, credible business that's compliant so that you can get funding and financing. Getting approved is all about qualifying. That's all it is. It's about qualifying for the money. And so if you want to qualify for it, first step is get yourself compliant. The second step after you get a compliant business going is you have to start applying for business credit accounts. Growing business credit is very similar to building personal credit. So with personal credit, you get credit card accounts, you get loans, auto loans, student loans, mortgage loans. You get these things to help you with building personal credit. And it's the same thing when it comes to business credit. You get vendor accounts, you get retail accounts, you get business credit cards, you get lines of credit, loans. There's
Right.
so many different financing opportunities out here for small business owners, but they just don't know where to find them.
Right.
And so finding the vendors, finding the retailers, applying for them, using them consistently, paying them off on time is going to help you build some very strong business credit. Now, there are three main business credit bureaus that everyone should know about. You've got your Business Equifax, you have your Business Experian, and you have your Dun and Bradstreet. Now, everybody's always asking me about Dun and Bradstreet, and that's cool. But you have
Yeah.
two other ones that you gotta pay attention to too. So Dun and Bradstreet is just one of the three, and so building all three of them is going to help you qualify for more financing and funding down the line. Now, there are over 500,000 vendors that you can get, accounts with, but less than 6,000 of them report to business credit reports.
Mm.
And so it's important that, you get business credit not just to get it, but also get business credit that reports to your business credit reports so that you can start generating business credit scores and building trust with the banks so we can help you with getting more business credit and financing down the line. I actually had a student that did this in like 30 days. She got
Mm.
everything together. She got all of her paperwork underway. She built all the credibility and met all the credibility and compliance standards. And then in about 30 days, she got approved for her first five business credit accounts and started generating business credit scores in less than 30 days. And so it's
Mm.
not hard. It's not hard at all. It's
Right.
just about knowing what to do, how to apply, and how to get approved. And
Mm.
then once you get enough accounts, it's all about just building upon that long term, looking for other opportunities where you can get business credit, you can get financing, and not only that, but get it at the best rates. There are business credit opportunities out here with 0% rates. You got low rates, long terms. You've got some really good stuff out here. SBA loans. It's just so many opportunities that is very important. Just know how to navigate the space so that you choose the best opportunities for your business.
Right.
Everybody's business is different, which means they have different finance goals. So just knowing what you need for your business to grow and then just making a plan so that you can execute on it flawlessly is what's going to help you get to $100,000. Will you get to $100,000 dollars in 30 days? Maybe not, depending on where you
Right.
are.
Right.
But for most people, they can get there in about 6 months. So just give yourself enough time to.
Real quick, I know you got questions, whether it was from this video or the video before this one, or if you just have credit questions in general that you want to get answered, whether it's pertaining to personal credit, business credit, home ownership, rental property ownership, auto loans, credit cards, whatever you got questions about, I can get those answered for you guys, okay? And not only that, but you get early access to videos just like this one. We also do member-only lives and so much more. But if you want more information, just go ahead and click on the link down in the description below, and let's go and get back to the video.
Build a credible business. Give yourself enough time to get business credit accounts, use them, pay them off on time, and then just give yourself enough time to just build out a strong business credit file. A strong business credit file is like 12 to 15 accounts on your business credit reports. And we got the blueprint for all of that. So just know that this is a process. Give
Yeah.
yourself about 3 to 6 months to get it done. And I can promise you'll be one step closer to getting your first $100,000 or more in business credit.
Wow. Man, listen, she dropped so many gems just that quick, giving you guys what you need to have in place because so many times people are trying to figure out what needs to be done in that process and they don't know the basics. They don't have the foundation set up. They don't know where to start. And so we're going to go, a little bit more into that because now that drives me to my next point. When people are essentially saying, "Hey, I want to start having a certain amount of business funding, or I have a certain goal that I'm trying to reach with my business credit." But in the middle of that, they're applying for things, trying to build their business credit, but they end up being denied.
Yeah.
What would you say would be, let's at least go like with five things. What
Okay.
would you say would be like your top five reasons why
Ooh.
someone will be denied? I know you've seen
Oh
everything.
man.
Will
The
someone be
top
denied for business credit?
I would say the top 5, number 1, just not having a compliant business. meaning they don't have an LLC or corporation set up, they don't have an EIN number, they don't have a business bank account. So just the starting point, a lot of people have skipped a lot of steps. And mistakes are very costly, I should mention, when you're building business credit, because then you have to go back and correct it. And that could cost you money, and it's already costing you time. And so the longer that you wait to get your credibility and all those standards put into place, the longer that your business credit gonna be hanging around waiting on you to get it together. So I said that's the main mistake that I see people make, is just not taking the steps to make sure that their business have a strong foundation. Number two, there are people that already have actually done all the basics, but then what they do is they forget to renew their LLC paperwork every year.
Mm.
So for some states, you have to renew your LLC paperwork, and you have to get that completed every single year. They send you a notice, you got to pay it. That's how you keep your LLC up to date. Unfortunately, some people miss it, and then they don't renew their LLC, and then they go apply for business credit, and then they get denied because of that.
Mm.
And it's such an easy fix that could prevent people from getting denied, but they miss small things like that. So if you're getting anything from your state saying, hey, this is your LLC paperwork, open it up, see what they're sending you. And more than likely, they're sending you information about your business. And so make sure that you're always filing your annual renewal every single
Mm.
year so that you don't get denied for something as simple as that. The next point I think people get disapproved for is not having any credit. Now, this is personal and business credit. Some people go for, let's say, Chase Business Inc. cards, right? And unfortunately, y'all should know this. Most major banks are going to require you to personally guarantee your credit cards on your business side. Now, there are some exceptions to this. So if you're like, well, Jeri, I don't want to use my social security number to get approved for business credit. Well, the only way you're going to get around that is to make enough money to bypass it. And so if you have a business that's not making money, you have poor personal credit, you have no collateral, you're just not bringing anything to the table, you haven't built any business credit, a bank can't really make a favorable decision for you without
Mhm.
having some of those things in place. So make sure that you have some pretty good personal credit, 680 at a minimum, y'all. A 680 at a minimum. Get your credit scores right. I know that Calvin can help y'all with that. So
Right.
get your personal credit scores right so that you can use it and leverage it to get the business approved. Now, let's say, for instance, you don't have good personal credit, but you have a partner in your business that has good personal credit. You can leverage your partner's credit to get the
Mm.
business approved. So that's something that a lot of our students do, while they're working on their personal credit, but that is an option. So that's another mistake, is that people just don't have good personal or business credit. Another one is they don't have no cash flow in their business. I love
Mm.
y'all so much. I do. Oh, but I get hundreds of requests
All the time, I'm
from
sure.
people asking me to give them millions. I had somebody ask me the other day, could I get them $9 million for their business? I said, bet. This person got to be making money if they want
Right.
$9 million.
Right.
So I asked them, well, how much money are you making in a business? They said about $3,000 a month. I'm like, that's not
Yeah.
enough to get
That's
you
not.
9 million.
It's a lot of trust.
That's not enough to get you 9 million, y'all.
Right.
You have to understand and think like the banks. That's the bottom line. Think like a bank. If you were a bank, right, and Calvin came to you and Calvin said, hey, Bank of Jeri, I want $9 million for my e-commerce business that I just got started 2 weeks ago. I'm not making any money. Just give me money, right?
Pretty
Do you
much.
you think Bank of Jeri would really give it to Calvin? Calvin, do you think I would give it to you?
Not at all.
Probably not. Probably not. Because you
We'll
don't
still
have
be
any,
cool though.
right? And the bottom line is, if it were that easy, everybody would do it. That's
Right.
just the bottom line. If it were that easy to get millions of dollars in credit, everybody would already have it. But they don't, because it's not that easy. So you have to think like a bank. What is a bank looking for? A bank is looking for, can your business pay this money back? This bank is looking for, what are your financial habits or history? Do you have profit and loss statements? Are you making revenue? Are you making a profit? Like, what are you doing in your business? But a bank is just not going to turn over millions without being sure that they're going to get paid back. That's all the bank cares about, is getting paid back with
Hmm.
interest. That's what they
Right.
care about. So, just make sure that you have some sort of cash flow in your business. $8,000 to $10,000 a month is a good place to start if you're trying to get cash-based financing for your business. But anything less than that, it is going to be a bit challenging to get like loans or lines of credit for your business if you're not making any money and if you have bad personal credit. Okay. Um, and then I would say maybe the last mistake that people make is they just don't ask for help.
Mm.
They go at it alone. They're skimming over Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and, trying to piece information together. But the
Right.
problem with that is that most of that stuff is outdated or just flat out wrong. And a lot of it is just propaganda stuff to
Mm.
get you to just get your information, get your
Right.
credit card information on file, and to sell you on something that doesn't even really exist. I
Mm.
have so many people that have come to us with sob stories about how they've paid people thousands of dollars. These people did not deliver on their promises. They did not get approved for any type of business credit, and they're still at square one wondering how can they get business credit to finance their business. So I would say, the last mistake that most people make is they just don't find reputable help. Instead of, hiring people that are selling you dreams, hire people that have proven results, that
Mm.
have testimonials from other people that have done the work, and that have integrity and want to see you win. And that's what we do. We want to see you win. So I would say those are the main mistakes that people make, that they waste time, they waste money making these mistakes. And if you don't make these mistakes, it can help you get approved for business credit. It can help you get approved for more money. It can help you with doing it a lot faster. And it can help you just free yourself from working in your business and start working on your business.
Man, see, that's the thing. See, this is why we brought Jeri here today, okay? Because somebody needed to hear what she just talked about. And that is you will be able to work on your business, guys. And that's what it's all about, is making sure that you have everything in place. And Jeri touched on another piece too. And she's been talking about this recently on her Instagram page. So make sure you guys take the time, follow her on Instagram, because she's been poking fun at a lot of this stuff that people have been seeing on these platforms. And they're just like, oh, yeah, you can get this with no docs and this. And I'm like, guys, listen, I know that we're looking for certain things, but we can't be that gullible, right?
No.
And you gotta, and she said one key word, and that's integrity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out here in the social media world, and I know that followers are now slowly replacing degrees on this stuff, right?
Oh,
But
man.
I promise you, the people that's doing it the right way, you're gonna see a track record, right? And that's how things go. So now, real quick, Jeri. So now, let's say a person they got a little bit of business credit going, and they're starting to get offers in the mail, things of that sort, but they're still kind of fresh.
Yeah.
What would be the first business credit card you would suggest for them to apply for?
Well, that's a good question. I would say go for a business credit card that doesn't have an annual fee. Um, could give you 0% interest for the first like 18 months or so,
Hmm.
and are with reputable banks that have some decent interest. I had one student the other day that was complaining about a card that she has with Capital on Tap.
Mm.
And Capital on Tap it's a good credit card, don't get me wrong, but it has really, really high interest. I think it's about, I want to say about 39% interest right now.
Wow.
It's really high. And so I would say when you're looking at credit card offers, look at what they're offering you. Don't just apply for a credit card all willy-nilly. You want to apply for a credit card that gives you something, right? A credit card that has a 0% interest rate for the first few months. That way, if you get 0% and you swipe the card, you got free money as
Mm.
long as you pay it back before that 0% introductory period is over. You don't pay any interest. And
Mm.
most people, they frown upon that. They frown upon the idea of paying interest to credit card companies. I'm not, I don't really care so much about interest
Yeah.
because interest doesn't matter when you're really using it to make more money. So
Mm.
I think sometimes we have a hard time with adopting a new mindset around credit, because as a consumer I understand why interest is not a good deal, but as a business owner it's completely different. You're using it to make more money, so as long as you outpace the interest, that's all that matters. But that's another conversation for another day. But overall, you want to get something that has very minimal fees, 0% rates, and can, give you some good offers. What did he have it? Rewards points,
Yeah.
travel points. And we're going to talk about that in another session too, y'all, because I love that. I love the cash back. Cash
Yeah.
back is essentially another source of income when you really think about it. Because if you're swiping your card, right, and you're getting cash back for every single swipe, that's technically another source of income.
Mm.
Or you could think of it as a discount on everything for your business. And so getting a credit card that gives you cash back on everything that you spend, or gives you travel points and miles on every dollar that you spend, these are good offers. So take a look at the offers that you're getting and determine, is this worth putting in my wallet? Other than getting, a new line of credit, getting a new line of credit is great, but what is it really offering you? And I
Mm.
think, anything that's worth putting in my wallet, I look at interest rate, I look at annual fees, I look at, everything considered, rewards, cash back, and everything. So I say start there. And I think that'll really help you navigate that more clearly.
Wow. Man, see, again, I don't think people think about those types of things. They just think, like you said, applying for a credit card all willy nilly, hoping they get the approval,
Mhm.
and not paying attention to things like annual fees. And then that annual fee bill comes, and you like, well, now it's an added
Oh,
expense. And not to say that, because I'm sure there's some credit cards out there that that you probably would recommend that may have some annual fees, but probably not for people to start off with necessarily. So, but
right.
did you have any particular companies that you would recommend, or one or two, or
Yeah.
something like that that you may want to
US
recommend?
Bank, Chase. I love my Chase Ink cards. I
Mm,
have almost every American Express business credit card. There's so many great cards out here. I
yeah.
would also recommend going to your bank. So if your
Mm,
bank that you bank with currently as a business owner
I like that.
offers business credit cards, start there
Mm.
because you already have a relationship with that bank and they're more likely to say yes on your application because of it.
Wow. That's huge. I
Yeah.
think that's really huge because you know what? People sometimes they get caught up in the name. Like everybody, they feel a certain way when they see American Express and things of that sort. I mean, who don't want to let me go ahead and pull out my Amex, right? But starting with their bank, you hit it right on the head because they're already seeing the income or the revenue. You already have a relationship with them. You have multiple accounts with them. You've been with them for years. That plays a major role for sure. So now here's the thing. I know that there are people who want to get more information, who literally they say, okay, listen, I just need to be told exactly what I need to do. I need more than just an entry level business credit score. I need more than just getting the foundation right.
Yeah.
I may need more than 100,000, pretty soon. And
Mhm.
now I'm sure you got something for that. Do you, Jerry?
Yes, of course we do, Calvin. Of course. Over the last 8 years of helping people with building their business credit, I have developed the perfect program to help people with getting this done the right way the first time. We have a lifetime program called our Business Credit Accelerator membership. And the membership comes equipped with our business credit course.
Mm,
It comes equipped with weekly live trainings every single Wednesday. We have a private podcast for our members called Mindset Over Money.
mm,
No, I'm sorry, Mind Over Money. And it's really a place where people can grow, get insight, and get results. We are a results based community, and our
mm,
goal is to help you with getting you from wherever you are right now, from no business credit to getting your first $100,000 or more. Our members, they get approved for business lines of credit, they get approved for SBA loans, they get approved for vendor accounts, vehicles in the business name, equipment financing. They get approved for all type of financing using the instructions that are in our courses and in our live trainings where we do a lot of accountability and coaching there as well. And so, yes, the Business Credit Accelerator program is definitely best for somebody that just kind of wants to get off the sideline and wants to get into action. Somebody that wants the right steps to get business credit for their business. We have an entire list of places for you to go to get business credit. So that way, it's more of a plug and play your way to getting business credit kind of deal
mm,
so that you don't have to guess about where to go, how to get approved, what to do. All of that is already laid out in the course there for you. So it'll help you with separating your personal and your business finances completely. It'll help you with getting the money that you need to exponentially grow your business. It'll get you the support that you need to keep going so that you don't quit and get discouraged. And you'll be able to get all the professional insight at your fingertips for a lifetime. And you can think of us as being your funding partner in your business, people that you can trust, people that you can lock arms with to start getting business credit for your business strictly in your business name. I know you have a link for the course, don't you, Calvin?
I do. So as a matter, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm actually gonna. So you guys should probably see it right down here at the bottom in the description, or maybe at the bottom of the screen, going as we're speaking. And so we'll most definitely make sure you guys get all of the information that you need. And of course, if you got any questions, I'm sure just follow Jerry's process. For that, if you guys have any additional questions in regards to that as well.
Sweet. Looking forward to working with y'all for real. I mean, it's time, right? When you really think
Yeah.
about it, we waste a lot of time in
Yeah.
our businesses chasing resources that we don't have the money to get our hands on. But if you get the money to grow your business, if you got $100,000 for your business right now, like think about all the amazing things you'll be able to do, all the lives you'll be able to impact, the business that you'll be able to grow, the freedom that you'll be able to have. It's mind blowing what you'll be able to accomplish once you get the
Hmm.
resources that you desperately need to grow your business. I'll close it out with this, Calvin. One of the main reasons why I got into this business was because of the numbers. The
Mm,
numbers say that 92% of businesses fail in
mm,
the first 5 years.
yep.
92% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. But not only that, 87% of those people started off with too little money,
Mm.
which means that if you got some money when you started your business, you'll be more likely to survive because the first 5 years is survival mode. I don't know about you, Calvin. Did you go through survival mode in your business the first year?
Man, listen, it's stuff be happening. Like life be lifing.
Life be life. I know, right? I say that all the time. Life be life.
Man.
It does. You never know what's going to happen. And so having a cushion, a safety net, if you will, to get, whatever you need to grow your business is going to be a game changer for your business. I actually almost went out of business once
Mm,
because I had some clients that I took out in Georgia that hired us to help them with their credit. And all six of them, after getting everything done,
mm,
filed chargebacks with their bank saying that the charges were fraudulent. So I got all this money taken out of my business bank account.
mm,
They shut down my merchant account so I couldn't
mm.
take any more payments. And I was living on my credit cards for like 6 months until I can get that sorted out. And I was this close, y'all, to filing bankruptcy because of it.
Yeah.
Good for me, though. I had contracts and I's dotted and T's crossed. But could you imagine if I didn't? I
Mm,
would have been out of thousands of dollars trying to recoup, and Fly Credit probably wouldn't even be here today
right.
if it wasn't for business credit being a safety net for my business. So
Wow.
don't take this lightly, y'all. Get on board. I'll be more than happy to help you out with getting your business credit and helping you, with getting it all done the right way.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, Jerry. I greatly appreciate the way you just laid everything down. And guys, listen, uh, of course, take your time, look and see what that business credit course, that the Accelerator program, you guys most definitely want to get more information on that for sure. And at minimum, make sure you guys go ahead and follow Jerry because she's always giving like a lot of great tips along the way as you guys are on this business credit journey. So thanks again, Jerry. We greatly appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having me. I'll see y'all soon.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.